Hi there, welcome to Nonsense Whisky. My name's VMPF, and on today's episode we're going to be checking out the Booker's Kentucky Straight Bourbon. So this is a product of Jim Beam, and this is their batch number 2017/01E. So it's last year's batch. They are small batch produced, these Bookers, and they release when they release. They do maybe 1 or 2 a year. But the good thing about them is they're completely open, so you can check out the stats on the current batch, and if there's going to be something else coming out soon, they'll put up the stats about that. So this one here is a 6-year and 1 month whiskey, which is a pretty good age for a bourbon, to be fair. This comes in at a huge 62.7%, so it's like 125.4 proof. Absolutely massive. It isn't cheap. I'm not going to tell how much this one costs because it's already gone. But these things, they change depending on when the batch comes out, so you really have to know when it's coming out. Otherwise, you end up paying secondary market, and it just isn't worth that. So it's always presented cask strength and uncut. Let's have a nose and see what we've got. It's got a really glorious kind of typical bourbony nose on it. It's very Jim Beam-esque for sure. Oaky. If you're not careful and put your nose in too far, you'll get your kind of the ABV burnness. But for me, I get a lot of dark fruits, cherries, that kind of thing. Maybe even a little bit of that kind of cola flavour. I get a lot of cola flavours, marzipan and things like that on bourbons. Definitely in there. Let's try a little bit on the palate. Wow, what a hit. Absolutely huge. That kind of 125 proof is not shy at all. It's big, it's full on, it's in your face. But there's a lot of depth to be had there once you've got past the ABV. Especially on the finish, it's kind of dry a little bit. But it's very oak forward, very fruity. More kind of cherries, other dark fruits, things like that. But this is where the kind of spices come into it. A little bit of clove, maybe a touch of aniseed at the end. I think that may just be the most tasty notes I've ever given on something, but I try and stick to my no-nonsense moniker. If I don't taste it, I don't say it. So it's there, it's there. But for me, I absolutely love cask strength whiskey, especially bourbon. It's got a big hit on it. It's just an amazing kind of flavour profile that comes through with these things. Very grateful to my friend Gus for giving me a sample of this, especially from the 2017 batch. I don't think I'd have been able to get hold of that. And usually I kind of stay out of the fight of these kind of special releases because once they go, and then people fight over it. And it gets very expensive very quickly, and that's not really my MO here on No Nonsense Whisky. I like to keep things kind of dialed back, I like to keep things cheap, I like to keep things within a good time frame as well. And I think if you can get hold of it at a good price, why not? But it's not like beaten to death. I don't want to say that.